Hi there, my name is Josepha, and for the next few minutes I'm going to talk to you about my proposed dissertation topic. So before I ever started this course, an MA in Digital Cultures in the UCC, I wanted to find a way to teach children about archaeology and heritage, so that they could know the culture from which they come. Originally, I thought I could do this through summer camps and workshops. During these sessions, the kids would be given educational workbooks, games and fun quizzes. Things designed to ignite their imagination as well as teaching them anything about the past. Really, I just want to instill in kids a passion for the past so that in the future it's not so easily forgotten. And then I started this MA, and that changed slightly. It had to. Now I had to create a digital artifact and find a way to incorporate my ideas into a digital format. Daunting? You betcha. So I started thinking along the lines of a virtual museum, a very basic version of the Smithsonian, where they have digitized their entire collection, and from the comfort of your own home, anywhere in the world, you can browse the Smithsonian's collection, moving from room to room, looking at the exhibits. So I decided to approach local establishments and ask them to digitize their collections, creating an online archive accessible by the public, one which I could create for them. However, I had to axe the idea when organisations were against this. Many did not see any monetary gain in these, as they made the most of their business in gift shops and tours, something they were not in a position to offer online. So I started reading article after article before I finally found Eliza Giaccardi's article on collective storytelling. The paper was a review of what she termed a living museum. A community in Lombardy, Italy, had digitised their history through gathering stories and photos of decades gone by from locals, as well as hosting a radio show once a week, and narrative history was woven. The website then created. So this got me thinking, could I do it? Could I really do it? Would it work? How would I get it done? And where and from whom would I get the information? How could I put a new twist on this? Make it different and make it stand out. Most importantly though, how could I make it my own? Put my stamp on it. I figure I can target the older generation, or maybe approach local schools and get kids to talk to grandparents, establishing familial connections through the generations. But basically, do similar work to the Lombardy example and weave together a narrative based on photos and stories from a community. These could also be gathered through social media and the local library, as well as creating a space on my current website for people to post their stories. An obvious question from that is how to present it. I've looked into OpenSim, creating a virtual world to host the information, or even possibly create a blog, posting each story in blog-style formats and linking connected stories together. Another idea is to build a 3D museum. As I said before, it would be based loosely on the Smithsonian, that general idea. A structure which would contain interactive drawers, cabinets, display cases and exhibits. Each item would contain information when clicked on, and users could navigate their way from room to room. The problem here is my lack of experience with OpenSim software, having no clue how to use it, and so I've been messing around with it. I'm determined to figure it out. If 6th class children can master it and create the Mission V project, then I'm sure I can get there. Eventually. When I do eventually figure this step out and get to the end of it, the next problem will be deciding where and how to make it accessible. Whether this will be a phone app, a new area on my existing website, or a brand new website designed especially for the project. I aim to have everything linked to each other and as interactive and interesting as possible. So to conclude, I hope to build either a web archive or a virtual museum to walk around. Either way, I plan to gather information from the local community and build a narrative from their stories. Thanks for taking the time to listen.